A cop walks up to your window, looks at you, and says, "Hey, do you have anything illegal in this car?" And right there, in that split second, most people make a mistake that costs them everything. They say yes. They say no. They say, "Just some weed. It's nothing." They start explaining themselves. They start talking. And I'm here to tell you that answer, whatever it was, just made the cop's job 100 times easier. So what do you actually say? I'm going to give you the exact words. I'm going to tell you why those words protect you. And I'm going to show you what happens, step by step, when you say the wrong thing versus the right thing. Stay with me. This could literally keep you out of jail. I have sat across from clients who are good people, hard-working people, who lost months of their life, thousands of dollars, and their reputation, not because they did something terrible, but because they didn't know what to say to a police officer. And I want to be clear right now, this video is not about hating the police. Law enforcement has a job to do, but you have constitutional rights. And a right you don't know how to use is a right you don't have. So let's get into it. Imagine this. It's a Tuesday night, you're driving home. You're not doing anything crazy, maybe 5 over the speed limit. Blue lights come on behind you. You pull over. The officer approaches, flashlight in your face. He looks around the car, and then he says it. "Before I let you go, do you have anything, weapons, drugs, or anything illegal in this vehicle?" Now, and I want you to feel this. Your heart just jumped. Your hands are sweating. Your brain is racing. Because even if you have nothing illegal, that question makes you feel like a suspect. Here's what happens in most people's brains. Option A, just say no, it's true, nothing's wrong. Option B, be honest, maybe he'll respect that. Option C, start explaining everything so he understands you're not a bad person. Every single one of those options can backfire, and I'm going to show you exactly how. First, understand why they ask this question. When an officer asks, "Do you have anything illegal in this car?" they are not asking because they care about your answer. They are asking for one reason: to get you to consent to a search, or to make a statement they can use against you. Here's how it works legally. If you say no, and they find something, now you've just lied to a law enforcement officer. That's a separate problem on top of whatever they found. If you say yes, congratulations, you just confessed. Before a lawyer, before a Miranda warning, before anything. That statement is going to court. If you say, "Well, I just have a little," you just opened a door, and once that door is open, you cannot close it. This is called a consensual encounter. In many states, during a traffic stop, an officer can ask you questions beyond the stop itself, and if you're voluntarily answering, those answers are fair game. The Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution gives you the right to remain silent, not just in a police station, not just after you're arrested, right now, on the side of that road. And the Fourth Amendment protects you from unreasonable searches. But here's the loophole. If you consent to a search, you just waived that right. And officers are trained to get you to consent. So what do you say? Okay, this is the part you came for. Write this down, screenshot this, save this video. When an officer asks you, "Do you have anything illegal in this car?" here is what you say. "Officer, I'm going to respectfully decline to answer questions. Am I being detained or am I free to go?" That's it. That is the sentence. Let me break down why every single word in that sentence is doing work. Officer, you're being respectful. You're not hostile. Courts and juries notice tone. You are calm. I'm going to respectfully decline to answer questions. This is not "I plead the fifth." That phrase in a traffic stop can sound evasive. Decline to answer questions is clean, polite, and legally bulletproof. Am I being detained or am I free to go? This is the most powerful question you can ask a cop during a stop. Legally, it forces them to make a decision. Either you are detained, meaning they have reasonable, articulable suspicion, or you are free to leave. They cannot keep you in legal limbo indefinitely without cause. Now, will they like this? Probably not. Will they try to push back? Yes. Let me show you what that looks like. Officer says, "Sir, I'm just asking a simple question. If you've got nothing to hide, why won't you answer?" And this is the oldest trick in the book, the nothing to hide argument. Here's what you say. Officer, I have great respect for law enforcement. I'm just exercising my constitutional rights. Am I free to go? That's it. Do not argue, do not explain, do not justify. You don't owe him an explanation for your silence. The Constitution already explained it for you 200 years ago. Officer says, I'm going to need you to step out of the vehicle. If they say this, comply with the physical instruction. Step out, be calm, hands visible, but still say, I'll step out. I want to make clear I do not consent to any searches. Non-consent does not give them the right to search, but it does preserve your rights for court later. If they search anyway without a warrant or legal exception, that search may be thrown out, but only if you said you didn't consent. Officer says, I'm going to call the K-9 unit. Let them. Here's what you do. Say nothing. The moment you start talking to fill the silence, you are giving them what they want. Hard truth. Staying quiet feels unnatural. Every instinct you have says explain yourself, but silence is your lawyer until your lawyer gets there. Let me run through the most common mistakes people make in this exact moment, because I've seen every single one of these in my career. Mistake number 1, volunteering information. Oh, I just have some pills, but they're prescribed. Now they want to see the prescription. Do you have it in the car? What if it's for someone else? What if they're in a bottle that doesn't match? You just created a problem from nothing. Mistake number 2, saying, I know my rights, aggressively. Good for you, but now you look like a problem. The goal is to be protected and appear cooperative. You can do both. Mistake number 3, letting them just look around. Mind if I take a look is the most dangerous question in law enforcement. The answer is always, I don't consent to searches. Not I guess, not okay but be quick. No, clear, calm, firm. Mistake number 4, arguing about whether they can search. If they're searching, they're searching. Don't physically resist. Say clearly you don't consent and let your lawyer deal with it later. Fighting on the side of the road does not go in your favor, in court or anywhere else. Mistake number 5, thinking being honest will help you. I know, you're a good person. You think honesty builds trust. But here's the reality. The legal system is not built on trust. It's built on evidence. And anything you say is evidence against you. Okay, the stop is over. Whether they let you go or arrested you, here's what you do immediately after. Step 1, write everything down. Time, location, officer's name and badge number, what was said, what was searched, what was seized. Memory fades fast, especially under stress. Your notes could be critical later. Step 2, if you were arrested, do not talk in the police car. You'd be surprised how many people think they're having a casual conversation and don't realize that squad car is recording every word. Rear cameras, dash cams, body cams, it's all being recorded. Say, I'm invoking my right to remain silent and I want an attorney. Then stop talking. Step 3, call a criminal defense attorney, not tomorrow, immediately. The first 24 to 48 hours after an arrest are critical. Evidence is being collected, statements are being written up. You need someone in your corner right now. Step 4, do not post about it on social media. I cannot stress this enough. Your Instagram story is not protected by the Fifth Amendment. Prosecutors look at social media. Juries look at social media. Say nothing publicly until your case is resolved. Now, I want to hear from you, and I mean this seriously. Have you ever been in a traffic stop where you said something you wished you hadn't? Where you felt pressured to answer and you didn't know what to do? Drop it in the comments, because I promise you, you are not alone, and your story might help someone watching this right now know exactly what to do when it happens to them. Here's what I need you to take away from this video. The question, do you have anything illegal, is not small talk. It is a legally loaded question designed to either get a confession or get consent to search. Your answer every time is this: I respectfully decline to answer questions. Am I being detained or am I free to go? Calm, respectful, constitutional. You are not being rude. You are not being difficult. You are being smart. And being smart is what keeps you out of a cell. Now, if this video helped you, do me a favor. Don't keep this to yourself. Share this with one person, one friend who drives late at night, one family member who doesn't know their rights, one person in your life who might need this exact information at 2 in the morning on a Saturday. Because the person who needed this video most is probably not the one watching it. It's the person they know. Hit that subscribe button because every week I break down real legal situations in plain English. No jargon, no lecture, just the truth about how the law actually works and how to protect yourself inside it. And if you want to see what to do if police show up at your home without a warrant, that video is coming up next. Watch it. It will change how you think about your front door. I'll see you there.